Have you ever seen someone who just seems unshakable? The kind of person who stays calm and focused, no matter what chaos is thrown their way. You might think, wow, they must have been born with nerves of steel. Or maybe they're just lucky. But what if I told you that mental toughness isn't about luck or genetics? What if I told you it's a skill, a system that anyone can learn and master? That's right, you can train your brain to be resilient, focused, and calm under pressure, just like you train your muscles at the gym. Is Chicky around? Because today we're going to break down the science of mental toughness and give you a practical step-by-step blueprint to build your own inner fortress. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to stop reacting to life's challenges and start responding with strength and clarity. So, what exactly is mental toughness? It's not about being emotionless or aggressive. It's about your ability to perform consistently at your best, regardless of the circumstances. It's about resilience, confidence, and the ability to manage your thoughts and emotions effectively, especially when the pressure is on. Think of it like a mental operating system. Some people are running on an old, glitchy version that crashes whenever things get tough. But you can upgrade your system. The first step in this upgrade is understanding the core components of mental toughness. There are 4 main pillars: control, commitment, challenge, and confidence. We'll call them the 4 C's. Let's dive into the first one, control. This is all about recognizing what you can and cannot influence. So many of us waste incredible amounts of mental and emotional energy worrying about things completely outside of our control. The weather, the traffic, what other people think of us. Mentally tough individuals focus their energy exclusively on what they can control: their own actions, their own effort, and their own responses. A powerful exercise to build this muscle is the circle of control. Take a piece of paper and draw a big circle. Inside the circle, write down everything related to a stressful situation that you have direct control over. Outside the circle, write down everything you don't. For example, if you have a big presentation, you can't control if the projector fails or if your boss is in a bad mood, but you can control how well you prepare, how much you practice, and your own attitude going in. By consciously focusing your attention on the things inside your circle, you shift from a state of helplessness to a state of empowerment. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You're the driver of your own actions. Next up is commitment. This is about having a deep sense of purpose. It's your why. When you're truly committed to a goal or a value, it acts as an anchor in the stormiest of seas. It's what gets you out of bed on the days you don't feel like it. It's what keeps you going when you face setbacks. Without commitment, your efforts will be scattered and you'll give up at the first sign of difficulty. So, how do you build it? Get crystal clear on what you want and why you want it. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does success look like for you specifically? Why is it important? Write it down. Make it tangible. Your goals should be so compelling that they pull you forward. When you have that deep personal reason for doing something, obstacles become stepping stones, not roadblocks. Your commitment fuels your perseverance. The third pillar is challenge. This is a game. Mentally tough people view challenges not as threats, but as opportunities for growth. They have what psychologist Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset. They believe their abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. When they encounter a setback, they don't see it as a reflection of their worth. Instead, they ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? This reframe is incredibly powerful. The next time you fail at something or face a difficult situation, I want you to actively resist the urge to beat yourself up. Instead, get curious. Analyze what went wrong, not to place blame, but to extract a lesson. Every challenge you overcome builds your capacity for the next one. You start to see life as a series of interesting puzzles to solve, rather than a series of threats to avoid. This mindset shift is fundamental to building lasting resilience. And that brings us to our final pillar, confidence. This isn't about arrogance. It's about a quiet, steadfast belief in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This confidence is built brick by brick through experience. It comes from keeping the promises you make to yourself. It comes from preparing diligently. It comes from celebrating small wins along the way. One of the best ways to build confidence is through preparation. The more prepared you are for a situation, the less anxious you will feel, and the more confident you will be in your ability to handle it. Think about an athlete before a big game. Their confidence doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from thousands of hours of practice. Another powerful tool is visualization. Spend a few minutes each day vividly imagining yourself successfully navigating a challenging situation. See yourself staying calm, making good decisions, and achieving your desired outcome. Your brain has a hard time distinguishing between vivid badination and real experience. So this practice actually primes you for success. Now that we understand the 4 C's, let's talk about putting it all together in high-pressure moments. When you feel that surge of panic or anxiety, you need a quick reset button. The most powerful tool you have is your breath. It's always with you, and it directly influences your nervous system. When you're stressed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, triggering your fight-or-flight response. To counteract this, use a technique called box breathing. It's simple. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. And hold the empty breath for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle 4 or 5 times. This simple act sends a signal to your brain that you are safe, allowing your prefrontal cortex, the logical, rational part of your brain, to come back online. It creates a small gap between the stimulus and your response, and in that gap lies your power to choose a calm, MEASURED, action instead of a panicked reaction. Another critical strategy for staying calm under pressure is to develop a performance ritual. This is a short, consistent sequence of actions you perform before a high-stakes event. It could be anything. Listening to a specific song, doing a few quick stretches, reviewing your notes one last time, or practicing your box breathing. The ritual itself doesn't have magical powers. Its power comes from its familiarity. It signals to your brain, okay, it's go time. I've done this before, and I know what to do. It helps you transition into a focused, ready state, shutting out distractions and pre-performance jitters. Top performers in sports, music, and business all use rituals to get into the zone. Start creating your own. Make it simple, make it repeatable, and make it yours. Finally, let's talk about long-term resilience. Mental toughness isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifestyle. It requires consistent practice and self-care. This means prioritizing sleep, nutrition, and exercise. You can't have a strong mind in a weak body. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memories and clears out metabolic waste. Without enough of it, your emotional regulation and decision-making abilities plummet. Regular exercise is one of the most effective anti-anxiety and antidepressant activities available. And what you eat directly impacts your mood and energy levels. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They are the non-negotiable foundation of mental and emotional strength. Neglecting your physical health is like trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. it just won't work. Building mental toughness is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel like you've taken 2 steps back. That's okay. The key is to have self-compassion and get back on track. Remember the 4 C's. Focus on what you can control. Stay connected to your commitment. View challenges as opportunities. And build your confidence through preparation and small wins. Practice your breathing techniques to manage stress in the moment and build a solid foundation of physical health. This isn't about becoming a robot. It's about becoming the most resilient, effective, and fulfilled version of yourself. You have the ability to build an unshakable inner core that will serve you in every single area of your life. The training starts now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found these strategies helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a stronger mind. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is one thing you're going to do this week to start building your mental toughness? Let's support each other on this journey. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.